Ah ouais. Bonjour tout le monde. Bienvenue. Bienvenue to the Monday Morning Podcast for Lundi, June 18, 2018. What's going on? How are you? How's your Monday treating you over there in the States? I got my last couple of days over here in Paris. I'm psyched to come back. I'm sad that it's over. I had a wonderful time. Thank you to everybody over here that put up with my horrible fucking French. You know, I know. I just stayed in I punished them with it this time. Okay? And if they didn't like it, somebody taught me something to say to them. Just say, va tu fais un couler. That means go fuck yourself. Va tu fais un culé. Culé, c'est enculé. Enculé. Va tu faire enculé, monsieur. Oui, you, vous. Je parlais à vous. Va tu faire enculé, monsieur. You got to throw in the mister, still be polite, you know what I mean? You can tell somebody to go fuck themselves over here, but when you're wearing a scarf, you got to throw the monsieur, you know, so you don't seem like an animal. All right? I learned that, you know, that's the hardest one to say street right over here. It's R-U-E, rue, but you got to go rue. Rue Saint-Honoré, monsieur. Ah ouais. Entoufé, enculé, enculé, enculé. I'll get it done. I'll learn how to say go fuck yourself in a new language. All right? Before we get started, a very special thanks to a very special person and a wonderful comedian, and equally as well a human being, Mr. Tom Rhodes, for hooking me up. He found out I was in Paris, and he was like, "Are you still there?" I said, "Oui." He said, monsieur, you need to go to this fucking patisserie. They have the best fucking sandwiches and blah, 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 blah. And God damn it, the man was right. Best sandwiches I've had over here. Maybe top fucking 2 or 3 sandwiches I've ever had in my fucking life. And then I had, what are those little macarons? Those little fucking cookies. They made a giant one. It was pistachio. It was fucking incredible. You know when food's so good you start having Tourette's as you're eating it? Just like, oh, fuck. Shit. Right? I was doing that. It was unbelievable. Fucking eating this? Looking around for people to let them know, you know. Now, I know what you're going to say. What's the name of it? Bill, what is the name of the patisserie over there in Paris? And I only have one thing to say to you. Va tu faire enculé. I'm not fucking telling you because I don't like standing in lines. All right? Become a fucking comedian, befriend Tom Rhodes, and maybe he'll tell you. Okay? But what I ate today was magic. All right? And I've been around enough magicians in this business to know that you never reveal the trick. Okay? Tom Rhodes showed me the trick. Okay? It's his trick. It's his joint. Oh my God. It was fucking unbelievable. I walked 1.5 miles over there and back. It's my workout in the morning. I go for a brisk walk. You know, I'm starting to learn how to use those little places where people jog along the Seine. I go down there so I don't have to deal with the fucking giant groups of people crossing the street to go to the Notre Dame. We actually went in we went in that church, and I'm glad I did it. The line moves really quickly. You go in there, you're like, wow, this is echo. This is huge. This is scary. These statues, not a lot of positive messages in them. A lot of misery, a lot of death, a lot of weeping. But I think that's just sort of the vibe back then. I mean, people fucking died back then. You know, not today. People they lived for fucking ever. You know what I mean? At my age, I see somebody die at 70. I was like, fuck, what happened? What did he eat? No, it's too soon. Dude, back then, you went outside and like a mosquito bit you, and then your whole village died. The second you sneezed, everybody was just done, you know? And I believe it was some pompous cunt that said, art imitates life. So if everybody over there is dying and you're really good with your hands when you get to clean it there, what do you think you're going to make? You're going to make some fucking miserable statues. You know? I'll tell you, these fucking people around here walking around, these pasty white kids thinking that they're goth, okay, with their black nails and lipstick and all of that bullshit. Let me tell you something. You got nothing on some of these statues there in the Notre Dame. So you know what I have to say to all you goth kids out there? Entoufé. Enculé. I fuck it up every time. Whatever. That's what you do. You just punish people with your fucking... I ran into some guy, I forget where the fuck I was. Some guy from Washington. Not D.C., the state, right? And he was talking about trying to learn French over here. He was living over here. He said, it's brutal, man. He goes, they just, you try to speak it to them, and then they just start speaking English. And I told him, I said, I go punish them with it. I don't give a shit if they do the whole thing in fucking English. You stay in the pocket, right? Stay on target. That Star Wars shit. Did I tell you guys actually on the plane, I watched one of these plane rides I took. I watched one of those Star Wars movies. Laura Dern, F is for Families. Laura Dern was in it. The woman who played Princess Leia, I believe it was the last movie she did before, unfortunately, she passed away. I don't know who else was in it. A bunch of young people. All right? Kids to me. Kids to me are under the age of 39 at this point. And I really enjoyed it. And I'd like to apologize to anybody I might have offended at Comic-Con. I don't remember what the movie was called. Oh, there was Luke Scott. Mark Hamill was in it. Right? And at the end of the movie, right? I'm kidding. Like you nerds haven't watched it 9 million times. Weeping into a potato sack, whatever. I liked how he was wearing the Ben Kenobi fucking... it really... The messages in Star Wars. That if you actually live a righteous life... that there's really no money in it, the way the whole game's set up, and you end up in like a burlap sack for a bathrobe, just living by yourself, making rocks levitate, for tourists, whatever the fuck it is he was doing on that island. But if you sell your fucking soul to the dark side, you get that dope-ass outfit that fucking Darth Vader had, That looks like some shit. What's his face would have designed? Who's the designer over here in France? He used to be fat, and now he isn't, and all he does is shit on fat people, and he won't make clothes for fat people. Hey, Nia. What? What's the name of the designer over here? He's hilarious. He used to be fat, and now see, like I said, we've been on vacation too long. Hey, Nia, I'm too fat.
You again.
On Tequila? I can't remember. Cutile.
To GFYS?
Yes.
GFMS?
I'm telling two to do that because I know you and you're familiar. What's the name of that? Luke Robitaille? What's his name?
Who's Luke Robitaille?
I don't know.
What designer?
The designer, white-haired guy. He used to be fat.
Karl Lagerfeld. Yeah,
doesn't Darth Vader's suit look like some shit he'd come up with?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, there you go. I fucking nailed it. You're impressed with some of my fashion knowledge.
I am. You've been proving yourself to be quite the fashionista out here.
Yeah, I was told you the difference between the hoary style and the elegant style.
Right. Yes. Thanks for explaining that to me.
What do you mean? You actually were fascinated by it.
Right, because we went to lunch and we were talking about how some of the girls were like very elegant and some,
some are all Instagrammy.
Mm-hmm.
It's desperate. Like they were like basically the fashion version of a comic with a catchphrase.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Opposed to me, who's all pure up there with my shit and dick jokes.
Yeah. The comedian's comedian. That's you. I was going to bust in here and see what you were talking about, you jerk. What's going on?
I'll tell you what's going on. Yesterday, for Father's Day.
Yes.
My second deuxième. We went to the 24 heures Le Mans. We went to the 24 hours of Le Mans. Mm-hmm. And, Nia, how did you enjoy it? How'd you enjoy it?
4 hours.
No, but it's not always like that. Sometimes
it isn't?
Sometimes it's...
But it's like, okay.
Who's that?
Yeah, but like, what? So, are you just waiting for somebody to crash, or like, what's the? Because it's just round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. It's like, you know, like it wasn't that exciting. I mean, I know that it's a world famous.
Was it cool to at least see cars going that fast, that close to each other?
You know, I feel like I've seen cars go fast before, and it doesn't really do that much for me.
This is what's fucking hilarious. It was Father's Day.
I would go to Formula One with you because is that the same thing though? It's just round and round. And...
Yeah, because if you were sitting in the stands and they just fucking drove in a straight line, it would be over in a minute. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So that's why they go around and around and around, and then they would also have to clear out, you know, for a 500-mile race, if they had to clear out 500 miles of streets in a straight direction, I mean, all of a sudden you can't go from Mississippi to fucking the other side of Texas.
Well, you know how in horse racing, and I'm not saying that, like, horse racing is okay, but... You know how it's like, go, baby, go. And everyone's like, yeah, like, shit, like, let's go, baby, go. There wasn't a lot of that. Like, people were on their phones. People were eating crepes. Like, it was very, like, subdued. Like, it didn't feel like there was a lot of action going on. A lot of excitement is what I'm saying.
Because it was a 24-hour race.
That's maybe too long. Like, maybe they shouldn't have it be 24 hours.
I would say this. What I was amazing to me is that they had, I counted, I was saying, there's got to be at least 2 classes, if not 3 classes of cars out there. Turns out there was 4 different classes. So I think there was like 4 winners in each class, 1 for each class. But we got there on the second day. So when we showed up, there was 2 cars in the lead lap, both Toyotas. And the guy in first place was ahead by like a minute and a half, which is like that's like almost the back of the race and anything else. And then the guy in third place was 12 laps down. So I was kind of like, oh, so this thing, there's 3 hours to go and this is already over unless somebody crashes or has a problem with their car. And the Toyota in second place did have a problem with this car briefly, which put him even further back. Then he was down 2 laps. And then, it's more of like an endurance thing. I thought it was fascinating because if I would recommend if you go to it, go for the start, or I would go at night just to see him at night. It was kind of cool to see the brake lights and wipers and shit. I've never seen that on race cars. It's usually just like it's just a shell for a body with a whole full roll cage, and it's just the powertrain. That's it.
So it was exciting to see windshield wipers.
Yeah, it was for me. It's funny.
No, I'm taking the wind out of your sails.
You know what it is?
Sorry, that's
you know what it is? Yeah, Steve McQueen and all that shit. It was, and just to know how many people have died and the balls that it takes and all of that shit to do it. And I got to be honest with you. You know, we were driving out there. You were listening to your Beyonce and your Jay-Z, and then we got there, and you were on your phone the entire fucking time. And it made me feel good about that time I walked out when you said you were, quote, in this play.
First of all, that is not the same thing. How dare you even make that comparison? And
I'll make it again. Don't you yell at me on my own.
I was on the phone the whole time. I was taking Instagram video of you, okay, and Instagram
of
video
who?
You and of myself in the race. But like, I wasn't on the whole entire time. And I didn't walk out, okay? I wasn't like, all right, I'll be in the car.
I can say the same thing about that play. I sat through the first half of it.
Were you in the 24 hours of Le Mans? Were you in it? Were you driving? And I walked out?
It was Father's Day.
No, it's not the same thing. I
think it's the same thing.
I was the narrator of that show, and you walked out because you were like bored, and it was so rude, and it really hurt my feelings.
I did it on support of you. I did it on support.
I cannot believe. No, you didn't. You did it for entirely selfish reasons. You were sitting right in my line of view, and then we come back from intermission, and you're fucking gone. And I can't even believe
there was a white guy rapping. And it was a play. It's the two worst things ever combined. And I sat through 90 minutes of it, and you were a better actor than anybody there, and all they had to do was go later at the Hall of Justice. It annoyed me.
I can't even believe that you would bring that up so many years later.
How long have you known me? I'm going to bring that up so many years later after this.
You really are like the king of bringing back stuff. Well, yeah, remember back when? And it's like we've been together for 15 years. And you're literally bringing up something from like year 2 of our relationship.
What else do I bring up from way back when?
Like a lot of stuff.
Oh, good point. You're the king of making a big statement and then you can't back it up.
I am the king. That's the fucking point of it, is I am the goddamn king.
Oh, good one.
That.
Yeah, take that to the bank and try to cash it.
Smoke it.
No, I get auto racing is a torturous thing to bring to somebody who doesn't give a shit about cars or really understand how they work.
We met that really nice guy, Ryan Hilly.
And he's the one who taught me how to say, go fuck yourself.
What's up, Ryan? He was really nice.
He was very nice. And he helped me out with my French. Mm-hmm. I can't believe I went there. Oh, here's a great one. So Nia doesn't like beer. There's no wine there. So I keep buying 2 beers, and it's like, oh, you don't want to finish that? So I'm drinking. Daddy's having a good time on Father's Day, right? So I bought
How they have crepes there, but no wine? I mean, this is France. But that truly was...
Because crepes to them is just like a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, that's true. That was really kind of...
What about the other guy?
Is it insulting if I say that it's like the NASCAR of France? That's insulting, right? Because NASCAR is not on the same level as 24-hour Le Mans.
I don't know what you mean. I think that you were more looking at it like you were outside Paris, so there wasn't as many fancy, closed people walking around. I think that's what it is. You're very, you know... You're a class kind of person. Like, oh, what? You're here, you're there.
No.
I'm up here.
I'm not classist or elitist. And I'll thank you for not pushing that because people are all in my comments being like, oh, I hope you were nice to the waiter. Oh, I hope they didn't piss you off. Oh, like, you know.
What do they say to me? Oh, could you be nicer to Nia?
Do they say that?
Yeah.
When?
Every fucking week.
Let me see. I want to see. I want the receipts.
What do you mean you want the receipts? Well, I want your fucking receipts then.
Mm-hmm. I'll show you my receipts.
Stop coming to me like you're the FBI and you're going to turn over my laptop to you.
We have fun.
Yes, we did. We had a great time over here. And tonight we are seeing Guns avec Roses tonight.
And it's hard to hold a candle in the cold November rain.
That was good.
Thank you.
I have never seen them in concert.
I am so excited.
Yeah, it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be awesome. So that's what we're doing, and then we're going to and then we fly back. I hope he says that. How do you say that in French?
Jingle, baby.
Huh?
I thought you learned that.
I want to learn that.
You're going to die.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Tu es dans le jungle, baby. Tu es mort.
Anyways, I don't know. I've been having a good time. How I've been torturing people with my French, haven't I?
Yeah.
I don't. When they go to English, I don't give a fuck. It's like it's the most fun. It's so much fucking fun to just. Because
some French people will humor you, but a lot of times they like can't be bothered. Remember when? Remember what was the restaurant we went to, and we were having a hard time figuring out the menu, and I was saying to the guy, I asked him, I said, "Oh, can you translate some of this stuff for us?" And he goes, "Oh, why don't I just get you an English menu?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And you were like, "Oh, no, I wanted to explain." It's like, Bill, he doesn't want to sit here and translate the entire menu when there's an English menu.
Hey. How does Paris make their money? Tourists. Fucking humor me.
Okay, but it doesn't work like that.
When you come over to my country, you say, there's the liberty, is that you?
No.
Wait, monsieur, it's fucking down the street there. I know, they're all fucking pure. Don't pull that shit. I'm so sick of hearing that every fucking person who isn't from America is fucking, is the greatest person ever. I'm walking right now. Hang on a second, I gotta go get my charger here. When we're walking, I'm always spinning, always moving. Kyle Dunnigan. I don't know where the fuck it is. No, I don't do that. Okay? People here in France are just like Americans. Okay? Some of them are nice, some of them are not, and a lot of them are fat. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking fat
Tiny
people
trip.
over here.
Okay. The
Me.
fake news.
Okay.
Me. Okay. Kyle Dunnigan, you genius.
All right. Do you have anything else to add about how, Okay, here's the thing. All right. So maybe you didn't do it to the level of walking out halfway through a play. Where I want to reiterate again, just in defense to my listeners, it was a play and there was a white guy rapping the entire time. Okay? And it wasn't Eminem. Oh, his eyebrows up like he was blowing my mind. I sat through 90 minutes of that. As you sat over in the fucking corner.
Going later.
Paging Mrs. Herbert. Mr. Herbert, you have a phone call at the front desk. Yeah, what the fuck? And then I went out to the lawn.
I was reading stage directions because it wasn't a full production. It was kind of like a staged reading. So it was a musical. I don't sing. So, I was there doing the stage directions. I got paid. It was a gig.
I don't sing. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and I
the point was coming to support me.
I know, supported the shit out of you. I didn't make you Uber home. I didn't walk out. I went out and I had a Sam Adams. And I was like...
And I came back...
Wait, let me finish. And I sat down and I was like...
there's no defending it.
Fuck, that was delicious. That was as delicious as what I just saw was horrific. And I was just like, maybe if I stay out here, she won't notice. It was totally selfish.
You were in my eye line.
It was totally selfish.
We made eye contact during the first act.
And I've apologized. And it's because of the guilt that I try to bring you down to my level years later.
Nuh-uh.
That's what it is.
No,
it's because I love you so much.
Oh, please.
And it shames me. That, just because, I do all these great things for you.
You are a manipulative son of a gun.
Yeah, where did I learn it from? Where did I learn it from?
I don't know.
I'm looking at you, cry on cue.
I'm not your mama. I didn't teach you this.
Oh, God. Did you just try to be sassy?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I just felt like I was doing it. Did they reboot Good Times? What just happened there?
I'm not your mama.
We'll be right back with White Red and Black Nene after these fucking messages. Anyways. White Red. All right.
Are you going to miss this apartment?
I'm ready to go home. After the Guns N' Roses thing it's perfect. We're going to do that, and then we fucking go home. I'm ready to go back, eat some quinoa, get back on my diet, hit the elliptical.
Oh, you mean having croissants and baguettes every day?
They're so fucking good.
They're so good. Not good for the waistline. But.
Yeah, but you don't get as fat as if you eat them over there, Who makes them? Howard Johnson? Who makes them in our country? Who makes the baguettes?
There's a couple places in L.A. that have really good
Entenmann's. Pepperidge Farm.
No, there's some good places that have amazing croissant, but no, not like here.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming out. Let me finish this fucking thing.
Oh, you're not done?
Huh? No, I'm only 23 minutes in. This is usually when I butcher. Oh God, are you serious?
Are you serious?
All right.
Well, certain people have to take a nap in here.
Oh, well, you told me to come in here.
In about an hour. They do.
All right. Look at you. Walking out on the podcast the way I did on your play.
Don't.
Jeez, I guess we're even now.
Even try it.
Oh, my God.
Au revoir.
Au revoir, madame. Oh, God, dude, the fucking play was... That fucking play was the worst. Oh, this fucking kid. Doing the fucking thing with his hands. It was in a... how fucking long are you supposed to sit there for that, And she gets to go to a goddamn car race and fucking sit there and... look up Dancing with the Stars shit as I'm sitting there. She's clearly bored out of her fucking mind. Bored out of her fucking mind at that fucking race. Tough like fucking shoe leather, that mozzarella. All right, where the fuck is the advertising for this? You know, I'll never live down that. I knew it. You know what's so fucking stupid is if I just went back in for the final 90 fucking minutes. I'm the king of bringing up shit. You know how many times she's fucking brought that up to me? Put it this way, I've gotten yelled at that longer than the fucking play was. All right, please don't read on air. This is a note from somebody. Host says he doesn't know what he's saying, and at the end, he offers advice that directly contradicts what he read. They just ask that you not imply something. Okay, all right. Everybody fucking relax. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's not about giving people information. It's about it being entertaining. All right, Policy Genius. If you have a car, la voiture, monsieur. You have car insurance. If you have a home, la maison, mademoiselle. You have home insurance. If you are alive, shouldn't you have life insurance? 4 out of 10 people don't have life insurance at all, and it's not their fault. It's life insurance's fault. Shopping for life insurance is confusing and it takes forever. So Polygenius made it easy. I don't even have to think, man. Polygenius is the easy way to compare life insurance online. In just 5 minutes, you can compare quotes from the top insurers to find the best policy for you. And when you compare quotes, you save money. It's that simple. In fact, Policy Genius. It's the greatest policy ever. Has helped over 4 million people shop for insurance and placed over $20 billion in coverage. And they don't make just make life insurance easy. They also compare disability insurance, renter's insurance, and health insurance. If you care about it, they can cover it. If you've been putting off getting life insurance, don't put it off any longer. You got to do this stuff, by the way, especially you got a wife and family. You know, you got kids and shit. You got to do it. It's the greatest feeling ever. I know it's weird, you know, contemplating your own mortality, but after you did it, you got that, hey, you know, if I die, everybody's going to be good. Be a fucking keg party. It's a great feeling, unless you're married to a psycho. It's never been easier to buy, and rates are at a 20-year low. PolicyGenius.com, the easy way to compare and buy life insurance. PolicyGenius, PolicyGenius.com. Have you guys seen that stupid commercial where that woman is just like going, you know, I had insurance on my car, and, you know, when I wrecked my car, they only gave me, you know, I paid $12,000 for my car, and it's 5 years later, and they only gave me $6,000 for it. What am I supposed to do? Buy half a car? No, you had the wrong insurance. I love how they act like, you know, there's 2 types of insurance. You can get insurance, the cheaper kind, which is they're going to give you the money for the value of whatever the fuck it is that you insured at that time, what it is at that time, depreciated. Or you can replace it new. And that's going to cost you way more fucking money. So that woman is yelling at the insurance company, and the reality is she's fucking naive. Or she's just an actor. Whoever wrote that fucking thing it's not like there's this new insurance company that is now, you know, going to fucking give you $12,000 for your $12,000 car 10 years after you bought it. You're going to fucking pay for that. All right? And it's going to cost a lot of money. And if you add up what the fuck you paid for it over the years, it's really probably not that much of a difference. Okay? Simply Safe, everybody. It's important to protect your home with a home security system. How can we protect your home and your privacy? That's what you're going to love about Simply Safe. They obsess over details like no home security company. Here's an example. Simply Safe has a camera you can control from your phone, but they want to protect your home and your privacy, so they came up with this brilliant idea, a privacy shutter for their camera. Now Simply Safe wanted you to be able to hear the shutter click so you know it's closed. They wanted it to have a light on it so you could easily tell when it's on. They needed it to work for the entire lifespan of the system. So Simply Safe got to work. Boom, 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 boom. Testing different metals. Boom, boom, ba-da-doo, what-a-doo. And hinge designs for months and months. Does that really mean like door hinges? We got to make it stop squeaking. Bum, 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 bum. The result, an effective home security camera with a thin, lightweight aluminum privacy shutter that will work every time. It's that kind of attention to detail that sets Simply Safe apart and keeps your family safe. Simply Safe isn't just home security, it's home security done right. Check out Simply Safe today at simplysafeburr.com. That's simplysafeburr.com to learn more about Simply Safe today. And simplysafe.com. That's SIMPLISAFE. Burr.com. All right, there you go. All right. Now, where did all my questions go? Où est mon questions? All right. So, anyways, oh my God, I made such a fucking ass of myself. I've eaten so much French food. Okay, I got fucking baguettes coming out of my fucking ears over here, and I'm growing a fucking beret where my hair used to be. Okay, I've been here for too fucking long. So up the street they had this. They had a little pizzeria. So I'm like, okay, there's no way this pizza can be as bad as the pizza in L.A. You know, I know it's not gonna be as good as Italy. Who gives a fuck, right? So I'm trying to find this place, and what happens when you're in a country where you don't speak the language is a lot of times you stop reading words and you just start looking at colors of things. And you start like anything yellow is a taxi, anything blue becomes a police car, like that type of shit. So there was this restaurant with this red awning, like the Italian restaurant, and I'm looking at it going, I don't know, man, this doesn't quite look right. And rather than just reading the French, what is it, bratisserie or something like that, whatever, I went up to the guy and I was just looking at the menu, and I was just tired. And I couldn't find any pizzas or anything. So finally, this guy walks up to one of the fucking waiters. He's like, bonjour, monsieur. I was like, excusez-moi, is this Italian restaurant? And he just like goes like, oh. He's like, no, monsieur, this is a French restaurant. And he just fucking turned around and walked away. Felt like such an asshole. What is it? Brasserie, whatever it means. It was written right there across the red awning. And then I went one more block up, and there's the red awning. That was the Italian place. And I wanted to yell down, excusez-moi. I was only off by a block. Go fuck yourself. But I knew he was right. And I went in, and I ordered 2 pieces, right? I got the margarita, and then I got the one with the anchovies on it. And I got to tell you, it was fucking horrific. Worse than the pizza in L.A., but the salade niçoise was parfait, monsieur. Was actually delicious. But I might have Indian food tonight. I can't fucking do it anymore. I stayed here just a couple of days too long, but I got to see Guns N' Roses. You want to hear my whole fucking Guns N' Roses story here? Okay, the first time they came around in a city that I was in, they were opening for Motley Crue, the original lineup, and I forget why I fucking missed that show. All right? And then the Use Your Illusion tour came out, and I had a ticket to see him on that one. And then one of my buddies, the love of his life dumped him, and he was fucking devastated, borderline suicidal, and he needed some sort of fucking light in his life. So I said, hey, I got a ticket to Guns N' Roses. You go. You need it, because I don't want to see you kill yourself. And he said, I appreciate that, man. And then, all the drama happened, and all the, the whole band basically was just Axl, right? And then they didn't tour for like 10 fucking years or something like that. And by then I was a comedian. I just, and then when they got back together, I had a hookup to go to the show at the fucking club there, the Troubadour. Their first time back together. I had a ticket for that, but I was working on the road. I couldn't go. Every fucking time I've tried to see this band, one of my favorite bands of all fucking time. I just, something has always happened where I haven't been able to go. So finally, I'm going to see him tonight. I can't fucking wait. It's going to be, it's not even going to be real until it starts happening. That's how long I've been waiting to see this friggin' band. So, anyways, very excited about that. And I'm also, great way to wind up a perfect trip and then get back to the States and do some stand-up, because I have not done stand-up in a couple of weeks. Old fucking Rusty Jones is going to limp on stage down at the Comedy Store later on this weekend, probably try to get my fucking act back together. So, anyways, let's, my daughter has to take a nap, my lovely daughter. She's so cute. She can say all these French words now. Oui, bon, bonjour. Why isn't this light working? I can't even see how many times I've done here. All right. Let's read a couple of questions here. Oh, 24 Le Mans. 24 hours of Le Mans. Le Mans. Hey, Billy Bourguignon. I just heard you say you were going to Le Mans for the race. I'm from Cleveland, but was able to go to the 24 hours twice when I happened to be in France for work the same week. Not sure what your plans are there, but had to let you know about an awesome hidden gem along the Muslane Strait. My first time there, 2012, a friend came out to meet me, and we drove down with essentially no plans, didn't have tickets or a place to stay that night. We bought tickets at the gate and got in just in time for the start, then ended up befriending and drinking with a group of Brits that lasted most of the day. Oh, this is how you do it. One of them, this is what I'm going to do the next time. One of them told us of a bar somewhere along the ridiculously long straight that runs a few miles away from the area of the track you get access to. Oh, you get access to it with the ticket. So him and the two of us decided to leave the track and catch a cab to try finding it. Took forever seeking it out, though. Random back roads, the streets you would usually get to it are on... Wait. The street you would usually get to it on is the racetrack. Found out after the fact the place is called... I can't read this. Auberge de... And was a great spot to eat, drink, while catching a short glimpse of cars at top speed just before the first chicane. I would definitely recommend seeking it out if possible, but also I learned on my second trip there a few years later, you should definitely make a reservation. Maybe it's not so hidden anymore because it was too crowded to get in, and they only speak French if you call for one. We stayed there late into the night that first time. Eventually, one of the restaurant employees gave us a ride back to our car on the other side of the track where we... Oh, you like stayed there for the whole fucking race, huh? Well, we got maybe a couple hours of sleep. Anyways, just had to tell you about that. That track is so crazy compared to anything you'll see in F1. It's definitely worth getting outside of the main area, whether you seek out that spot or somewhere else, just to get an idea of how massive the track is and see them doing 200 miles an hour down dark country roads with just their headlights to the track. Not sure if you'll actually get this message before. I missed all of that. I was on the main straightaway and it just looked like a regular racetrack. Well, I'll be like you. The second time around, hopefully I'll get it right. God damn it, I didn't know there was all of that. Rejection letters. You know what was crazy was there was a fucking airport, like really, like parallel, like right, almost touching the main straightaway. And I kept seeing these helicopters like taking off and shit. You know, I thought they were just following the race. And all of a sudden I saw like a fucking Learjet flying right along where a helicopter had just been flying along. I'm like, there's no way that's fucking safe. What is that all about? Is that some rich guy just going, I don't give a fuck. I'm paying you. Buzz the fucking racetrack. Weave around these fucking helicopters, you know? But it turned out there was a airport right there. Anyways. Oh, here's this one. I should bring Leah in here for this one. Rejection letter psycho. Bill, wondering if you saw this. This accomplished clarinet player was accepted to his dream school, but never received the good news because his then girlfriend deleted it and sent him a fake rejection email. That turned out to be a $265,000 mistake on her part. Okay, let's see what the fuck happened. All right, this kid, his hard work paid off. The accomplished clarinet had been accepted to his dream school, but he never got to hear the good news. That's because when his acceptance email arrived in 2014, his then girlfriend deleted it and sent him a fake rejection email from the school. It was a $265,000 mistake. He said it was really devastating to feel that incredible betrayal. It made me think of our whole relationship and made me feel like everything might have been a lie. Anyway, where it began, a college sophomore studying music at McGill University at the time. This kid had applied to a 2-year full scholarship program to finish his bachelor's degree at the Colburn Conservatory of Music in Los Angeles. Itching to study with a renowned clarinet teacher, so-and-so spent many late nights in practice rooms to prepare for his auditions, which he thought went well. The full scholarship, which includes tuition, room and board, is worth about $50,000 a year. And so-and-so said graduating from Colburn would have set him up for a high-paying symphony career. When he was rejected, the kid was crushed. It was a disappointing feeling. He said, I had such high hopes. The kid would have studied with this person who was considered one of the best clarinet instructors in the world. He said the school accepts only 2 students each year at Colburn, and he was one of them. How she covered her tracks. This Wednesday, a Canadian court ruled that this guy's ex-girlfriend owed him more than $265,000, $350,000 Canadian, for damages including loss of reputation, educational opportunity, and 2 years of potential income. Roughly $37,000. Can you believe like the level of like break into his like she'd have to be knowing that that letter is coming. She'd have to be constantly First of all, she knows his fucking, I guess, computer passwords. It's just scanning it, finds it, sees that he gets accepted, fucking deletes this guy's dream, and then comes up with a whole phony thing. I wonder how the fuck they found out. But this is why this whole fucking, this Me Too shit now, where they're just saying straight across the board, believe women, when there's women like that out there. Okay? There's a reason why that there's due process, and you have to have evidence, and you have to listen to both sides of the fucking story. Yet again, another person was accused this week, and without the person being accused, without them ever responding, the stuff that people wrote on Twitter, I always knew this person was a piece of shit. I love one person was the fucking most self-serving thing ever. If you're still following so-and-so, unfollow me. Right? Like, wow, man, you're really sticking up for women. You're willing to lose like fucking Twitter followers. Way to make a fucking stand. Stop making it about yourself, you fucking jerk off. And I'm not saying anybody innocent, guilty, or whatever. The reality is then the guy then responds and says, no, look, we argued and blah, 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 blah. And she ended up being unfaithful to me, and I didn't want to be with somebody that was unfaithful to me. So then at that point, I just want to know, like, how does anybody make a judgment? Any sane, rational person, like you read her story, like, wow, man, that's really fucked up, blah, 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 blah. And then you read his thing, it's like, oh, well, then there's that side of it. So then what? Now at that point, you've read 2 things online. Like, just imagine in a court of law, somebody's like entire future was on the line, and the plaintiff and the defendant, all they were going to do was write 2 paragraphs of, I don't know if you call it a blog or whatever, and then you were going to determine, somebody's ability to continue their career or not. That's a little fucking nuts, people. And this is what's driving me up the wall is I've been saying this at shows, and the vibe is people fucking agree with that, but everybody's afraid to say it. So it's just, I don't know, it's just not the shit that guys have been doing to women has to fucking stop. But I don't think the way to go about it is to just make blanket statements of believe women. Like, it's like all of them. Even the ones who key people's cars and fucking break laptops and destruction of property, all of that. Even the ones that fucking, you know, are out there saying that they love somebody just because the guy's got fucking all of them. I don't know. It's a little fucking. It's just such a fucking. Out of all this, I'm just really surprised at how fucking. Just how afraid everybody is and how everybody just chooses self-preservation. And they'll sit there and they'll watch somebody twist in the wind, you know, because there's been the ones that are obviously like, this guy's a fucking monster. This guy should be in jail. And then there's been some other ones like, what? But everybody still shuts the fuck up while these lunatics on Twitter are like, you know, fucking burn him at the stake. I don't know. I keep thinking that eventually, like, it's going to, like, calm down a little bit where people are going to be like, okay, what that woman wrote is true, this needs to happen. Why don't we all just hang on a second and listen to what the guy has to say? And then, even then, all you've done is that's like you show up at a fucking car accident. And then both drivers are pointing at each other. And, you know, and you weren't there when it fucking happened. I don't know. That's another thing, too, when you watch all of these, like, these videos and shit of, you know, injustices happening. What I can't stand about those fucking videos is it always starts, for the most part, after the injustice happened. And it's one person's point of view on it, and everybody just watches it and acts like they just saw a documentary or actually just watch the footage from beginning to end. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just 30,000 fucking lunatics on social media. I have no idea. But I don't know. Like, Nia showed me one the other day, and I was just watching going like, all right, well, what she's bitching about that isn't on the footage. It's just her yelling at the guy saying, why did you do that? You didn't see him do what she's saying that he did. And he's standing there defending himself saying, I didn't fucking do it. But it's her video, so her point of view becomes what happened. I mean, this is getting confusing to me just trying to fucking explain it to you. Anyways, all right. 28-year-old virgin. Hey, Billy Bill Blaster. Love the podcast and your raging sanity. I'm going to be honest. I don't think there's a solution to my problem. Oh, come on, man. But just hearing you talk about it might help me see it as a so bad it's funny kind of situation. I'm a 28-year-old virgin. And he writes, oh, Jesus. I'm ugly as shit. Oh, come on, man. Except even shit has dung beetles that appreciate the aesthetic. All right, so you got a sense of humor, self-deprecating. I got big-ass ears that lie perpendicular to the side of my head, big triangle nose, balding island pattern, small island of hair on the forehead, with the rest of the hair in a horseshoe pattern. Very hairy all over except my fucking head, pointy-ass man titties, with pepperoni nipples, Jesus Christ. And best of all, my genitals alone would send any woman sprinting towards the horizon. Aside from that, can't complain. Respectable job, good friends, great family, bit heavy, 5'9", 160 pounds. Dude, that's not heavy. But otherwise healthy. I try to stay upbeat, but as I get older, it really starts to weigh on me that I'm destined to live life as a solo player. Any advice would be appreciated. Wish you and your family all the best. Yeah, dude, come on, man. You got to step up to the plate, all right? You're saying game over before you even play the game, all right? You have a great sense of humor. I think you're being way too hard on yourself. The fact that you say you're a bit heavy at 5'9", 160, you know, I think means to me that you're not heavy, which means you're probably not nearly as ugly as you're saying. Yeah, dude, I would get out there. There's dating apps. There's all kinds of shit you can do. I mean, you got any friends, any guy friends? And just tell them, just be like, dude, I'm a 28-year-old fucking virgin. You got to help me out here. Maybe that's not the way to go because guys will fucking be like, try to just find you some, loose woman. I don't think that's the way you want to go. But I would just, you got to get up to the plate, dude. You got to get up to the plate, and you have to stop looking at yourself the way you're looking at yourself. You got to keep that great sense of humor, but you're not ugly as shit. Okay, dude, look at me. Okay, I'm a fucking 50-year-old bald redheaded male, and I think I look great. It's all how you look at yourself. Okay, but if you think you look good, you feel good about yourself, it's a nice vibe to fucking have, and you'll attract people, all right? And just use your sense. The number one thing you got going for yourself is, aside from the fact you still have your whole life ahead of you, you're only 28 years old, you got a great sense of humor. Women love to laugh. Huh? How do you think I landed Nia? I made her fucking laugh. Sure as hell wasn't from my fucking looks. I don't know what it was. Who the fuck knows? But if she knew 15 years later she'd be going to the 24 Hours of Le Mans, I don't think she would have gone.
You landed me because I knew about your earning potential. That's it.
What? Oh, my God. Hey, Nia.
I'm just kidding.
Hey.
I'm just kidding. I loved you long before any of this.
Any of what? I was making money when you met me.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. I was on the Rich Bitch tour.
Right, but you weren't rich, bitch. Sorry.
I was doing great. Anyways,
were?
Yeah.
I never.
Because I never told you.
You never told me. I didn't ask. I didn't care. It just.
Oh, wow. This is amazing. You just came in here and became a hero.
No,
hey, can you help this guy out? He's a 28-year-old virgin.
Ask you about your money.
He said he's a 28-year-old virgin.
That's fine.
He goes, I'm ugly as shit.
Oh,
he goes,
stop it.
Except even shit has dung beetles that appreciate the aesthetic.
Oh, sweetie.
But but he's got a great sense of humor. He goes, I got big ass ears that lie perpendicular to the side of my head.
So does Will Smith.
Big triangle nose.
I don't know about that.
What about Adrian Brody? You like him?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
He's got a big-ass Roman nose, and I like it.
Balding island pattern, where you got the circle here with the horseshoe.
Shave it all off. Shaved. Skin.
Very hairy all over except my fucking head. He goes, pointy-ass man titties with pepperoni nipples. This sounds like Jim Norton wrote this. And best of all, he goes, my genitals alone would send any woman sprinting towards the horizon.
Oh, got a little one?
Wow. All right, so what does he do? Got a little one?
Listen, I know they say that the man makes the clothes don't make the man, but I feel like, maybe you need to shave that head bald, like the way Bill has it, so, there's no, trace. Anytime that horseshoe starts to come back, you just slap some shaving cream on it and go to town on that bad boy.
Then people think MMA or some shit.
Wax your back, because that shit's nasty. Just wax it. Just boom. Just deal with it. You'll be fine.
He's already 60% better looking right there.
Yeah. Go to the gym. You'll feel, never mind.
Dude, he's 5'9", 160. He said, I'm a bit heavy.
5'9", 160 doesn't sound big to me. That sounds, maybe you're doughy. Maybe you're
fleshy.
Maybe you're skinny fat. You don't have any tone in your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not my tempo.
So
here's what he does. He shaves his head. Shaves his head. He gets shredded. No, for the women. Shave your head. Get shredded.
For himself, because he'll feel better about himself. Just even going to the gym, you'll make himself feel better. I don't know what to do about your dick size. I hope your eat out game is strong because.
So what if he had a 12-pack abs? You get with a guy 12-pack abs.
12-pack?
8-pack, whatever. 8-pack abs.
None of that is necessary. You don't need to.
No, wait. Can you let me finish with the scenario? 8-pack abs that you kiss down that leads to his little fella down there.
Yeah.
Are you you'd be less disappointed if you had the little fucking xylophone above it where you go.
I mean, it would certainly help. Maybe you should also like cut down your pubes so your dick looks bigger. But he doesn't need...
His dick isn't small. He 5'9", 160. If he fucking thinks he's fat, I bet his dick is fine.
I don't know. He says it's small, so... Listen, some guys aren't blessed. And that's fine. That's why I'm saying your eat-out game better be strong. Your eat-out game, your fingering game, all that stuff. Ass eating, whatever. Just get it out.
I don't know what... I don't even know who you are right now.
Don't tell him he needs to get a 12-pack. That's too intimidating. Just go to the gym. Like, not everybody has to have washboard abs.
You just fucking told this guy that, you know, all of these fucking skills, like when you first get laid, all you know is, take your dick, fucking stick it in her. And now you're doing all these fucking, you know, next level moves. Those are all next level moves, right? Oh, and I wouldn't say fingering though.
Yeah.
That's the prequel. Mm-hmm. That's like the third Star Wars, right? Mm-hmm.
Listen, as long as he knows where the clit is, he'll be fine. Right?
Yeah, and I would think with videos and shit, everything on the internet, I think he'll be fine.
But don't use porn as a guide. Porn, like, I just feel like porn fucks guys up. Because, like, I'm
not saying to use porn. So should he go to
www.Klinkenstein's
Clit Finder? The wholesome Clit Finder?
No, this is when you. This is when you save your money and you get a nice professional woman who can like help you with all of that. That's not the ideal way to lose your virginity, but yeah.
Oh, you're saying you get a hooker?
An escort.
What's the difference between a hooker and an escort?
I don't know really, but escort sounds nicer.
Chance of STD?
Well, I mean, you know, the escorts have like websites and stuff.
And hookers are just
them on Venmo. It's not like cash. I mean, I think cash is preferred. I mean, listen.
And hookers are outside like those people when they're trying to get you to go into the place to get your taxes done out there flipping the signs around.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Not that I have a problem with street hookers either. Listen, gotta do what you gotta do. But he just needs a little guidance and a little self-esteem. I don't know. I feel like this is weird because it's like I'm promoting prostitution.
Yeah, I think what I said was a little more positive. I said go on dating sites and stuff like that, and use your sense of humor. Forget the escorts. Did I say escorts? I'm sorry.
No, because I, feel like sex workers are fine and whatever. Yeah, but what's his question?
He wants to get laid.
Oh,
yeah. He doesn't want to go through life alone.
Of course, none of us do.
Oh, yeah.
I gave my suggestions. Like, what more,
Nothing. You want to do the last one here? You're on a roll here.
Sure.
You're just fucking killing it, and there's a level of coldness to you today that's really funny.
We talked about that last night.
Oh, yeah. What are you over? You over the podcast or something?
No.
Oh.
But, no, just my coldness is just like, what I have to do to survive in life. It's a cold world, baby.
All right, Mr. Friend's mom is a psycho.
Mr. Friend?
Mr. Friend's. This sounds like a TV show. Mr. Friend's mom is a psycho. Dear Bill, I have a friend who's been getting grounded a lot recently for the dumbest shit.
Does he mean my friend's mom, not Mr. Friend's mom?
Probably, but I like Mr. Friend's mom better. All my friends have known for a while that his mom was a psycho, but now it's getting way worse. First, he got grounded for a month. How old is this person?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Wasn't allowed to leave the house outside of school at all because he got a 70 on one test. His grades are good, not great, but better than 70% of the kids at my school. Now, just this past week, he got grounded for the entire summer for using his laptop to text when he wasn't supposed to be able to communicate with anybody outside the house when he's not in school. He's 16 years old, by the way. Is there anything I could or should do to help him, or should I just leave it alone? You got to leave it alone.
Yeah, you're not the parent. Just be his friend and just commiserate with him, but leave it alone.
How? Like he's grounded for the whole summer.
Damn. He can't leave the house or, like, anything like that?
No. I know what I would do, but I'm not giving him minor advice.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably...
Yeah, I'm going to stay away from this one.
Moving on.
Moving on.
By the way, 70% is not acceptable on a test.
He didn't say. He said his grades are good. They're not great. He's kind of agreeing with you.
Yeah.
He's just saying that's not justification. One text message, you can't go out the whole summer.
What does he know about parenting or any of that stuff? You're too young.
Do you think? So you think that's a fair thing?
If someone got a 70 on a test, to ground them?
No, I don't communicate with your friends outside of school. And then he sent one text message or whatever, and now he can't go out for the whole summer.
That's definitely extreme. I don't think that I would parent like that, but that's not my kid, and I don't know what else he's doing.
I also don't know if it was just one text. He sent one text. Yeah, what was the text about?
No, we're leaving that alone.
Okay,
we're skipping.
Pass. What does it say here? How much time have I done?
1 minute and 26, 27.
Okay, that's 1 hour. 1 hour and 26. You think we've done a minute? We did a minute on this podcast, Nia?
Yeah, you can wrap it up.
Okay.
What, a minute?
Yeah, you said, I said, how much time have I done? You said 1 minute.
Oh, I meant 1 hour.
1 hour. Okay, cool. All right, well, that's
good, right? You can wrap it up.
Yeah, that's the podcast. Nia, I've had such a wonderful time here with you.
Me too. This has always been. This is our place.
That's right.
A great time here.
That's right.
And we got to bring the baby. Like, how special is that? I told you I was in the kitchen. I was like cleaning up, and I was looking over at her playing in the living room, and I was like, no, I was making her dinner. I was like, I'm making dinner for my little baby girl and parent. Like, it's so special. So
how cool when she says a French word.
Oh my God, it's so
say oui, and she goes oui.
Oui.
Imitate her when she says say thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah. She nods her head. She asks for food. You go, what do you say? And she goes, oui. And then you give it to her. Now what are you saying? She goes, thanks. She nods her whole head like a bad commercial from the 1950s. It's the cutest thing ever. Anyways,
so cute.
That's
Thank
it.
you for bringing us here, BB.
Merci beaucoup.
Happy Father's Day.
Merci beaucoup, Paris. Au revoir. Au revoir. C'est bon. We had a great time. And that's it. And thank you once again to Tom Rhodes for letting me know about that patisserie.
Delicious.
You just had the pistachio macaron. You got to have those sandwiches I got the fucking jambon avec fromage.
Oh, that one's mine. I'm claiming that one.
Well, no, I gave you a half of each, and then I got a salmon one.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're like punch the wall good. Fucking incredible. All right, that's the podcast. I got to say it in French. I gotta say, I keep forgetting how to say go fuck yourselves.
I
keep forget how to say go fuck yourself en français. Va tu faire enculer. I'll check in on you on Thursday. Fuck, do I shut it off?